Everything's gonna be alright. And when we get there, I'ma see a pretty, pretty, pretty young thing. I'ma ask her to take my hand, head to the floor, and we gon' dance. And when we get there, best believe we're gonna do a two-step. Ain't no drama in here, so don't stress. Step to the right, then turn to the left.
Good evening, welcome to the Stephen Knight Show. Hope you had a great Monday. We're going to try to make it a little bit better for you tonight. We're back with the latest in sports, fashion, movie reviews, and of course the best indie music out there. Tonight, joining our Hot Topics panel, we welcome May Santiago from Every Artist Podcast. He'll be joining us to discuss everything everyone's talking about. We also welcome Tay the Prince. He is a hip-hop artist and also the nephew of John Legend. They teamed up on a song, and the proceeds go to COVID-19 relief. So he'll join us to talk about that. And then Brian T. Schilling, he is an actor and humanitarian. He has a new web series called Stuck. He joins us to discuss that later on in the show. I want to remind you, we're all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, and of course our official website. You can also watch us on our YouTube channel, The Stephen Knight Show. Listen, when we come back, question of the day and hot topics. Right back after this.
I've been on you for a minute. Low key double tap while I'm flicking. Got my cuz as a mutual, but you don't even know me. I can hit you up with a DM, but I ain't trying to show you that I'm crushing. But I've been trying to figure out how to make you notice that I'm qualified to step to you correctly. And I'm not gonna fight if you have to reject me, but it's looking like you're interested. Heard all that from my cousin. Is she telling me the truth? Cause I'm really feeling you. Tell me what you wanna do. Tell me what you want, oh yeah. Tell me what you need, oh yeah. Tell me, do you got a man? Is he good? Can he do it to you just like me? Now come on baby, tell me. Tell me, tell me, oh yeah. Tell me if you wanna rock with a nigga. Tell me if you wanna ride with me. Now we've been talking for a minute. So tight, feel like you could be my fitted. And girl, the way that you move gets me so hooked, I'll admit it. And you ain't even let me hit it, cause you don't wanna rush and kill the moment. But you ain't gotta worry about a thing, I promise, girl, that I'm qualified to step to you correctly. And I'm not gonna fight if you have to reject me, but it's looking like you're interested. Can't deny what your heart says. If it's telling you the truth, girl, you know what to do, cause I'm really feeling you. Tell me what you want, what you want. Tell me what you need, what you need. Tell me, do you got a man? Is he good? Can he do it to you just like me? Now come on, baby, tell me. Oh yeah, tell me. Oh yeah. Tell me if you wanna rock with a nigga. Tell me if you wanna rock with me.
You wanna know what's on my mind. You wanna know how you could take up all my time. I like a chase, yeah, I see it all up in your eyes. And every day you hitting me with all of your best lines. I'm not lying, yeah, I see you fly, my kinda guy. You a boss to stay on your grind, ain't gotta try, not shy, just be patient. Promise you won't be waiting for long. Wanna be sure you the right one, come on. You know I can't make it easy for you, tell me. Can you make it do what it do? So you want me to be a part of your crew? You wanna be the one that I'm calling my boo? That's cool, you know you gotta come correct, cause KT ain't got time for the disrespect. Hope we connect like magnets. You could be my captain or else I'll be going to the next.
Tell me what you want, what you want. Tell me what you need, what you need. Tell me, do you got a man? Is he good? Can he do it to you just like me? Now come on baby, tell me. Tell me, tell me. Oh yeah.
Since the age of 13, I've been looking at you like the girl of my dreams. Hoping and praying that you would notice me. But you ain't say a thing, just kept doing your thing. Plus I was too young for you. Many times I thought you wasn't interested, but I must have forgot. You was my sister's friend, so you know what that means. Off limits to me, ain't important as I seem. Baby, things have changed.
You're much more than my fantasy. Now that I'm grown, 'cause I'm gonna make you fall in love with me. Now that I know, 'cause now, baby, I got what it takes to blow your mind away. Now that I'm grown, you're much more than my fantasy. Now that I'm grown, 'cause I'm gonna make you fall in love with me. Now that I know, 'cause now, baby, I got what it takes to blow your mind away. Now that I'm grown.
See, back in the days, I was so immature that you would mistake me for games and never take me serious. But since you've been away, a lot of things have changed. Got a couple things in my name. You should see what I became. 'Cause I'm older now, and I want your body back. I was taught to know that a closed mouth don't get fed, so I'm spilling it out, telling you all the things I always wanted to say. I know that I'm ready.
Now that I'm grown, you're much more than my fantasy. Now that I'm grown, 'cause I'm gonna make you fall in love.
I'ma make you fall
Now that I
in
know,
love.
now, baby, I got what it takes to blow your mind away.
Now that I'm grown,
You're much more than my fantasy. Now that I'm grown, 'cause I'm gonna make you fall in love with me. Now that I know, now, baby, I got what it takes to blow your mind away. Now that I'm grown,
even though
I'm a few years younger, this is something you should consider. 'Cause I've been on it, I've been hustling, I'm independent, self-contained, this is me. Just let me prove my point.
I've never been so sure. Now that I'm grown, oh, now that I'm grown.
Now that I'm grown, you're much more than my fantasy. Now that I'm grown, 'cause I'm gonna make you fall in love with me. Now that I know, 'cause now, baby, I got what it takes to blow your mind away.
Blow your mind away.
Now that I'm grown, you're much more than my fantasy. Now that I'm grown, 'cause I'm gonna make you fall in love with me. Now that I know, 'cause now, baby, I got what it takes to blow your mind away. Now that I'm grown, now that I'm grown,
I'ma make you
now that I know, now, baby, I got what it takes to blow your mind away.
now that I'm grown. Baby, I'm so sure.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Just as a reminder, we're also on YouTube. You can check us out on our YouTube channel, The Stephen Knight Show. Excited to have our videos. You have all of our interviews with our guests since we've been doing the videos. But you can also go to our website where we have the audio from our podcast. You can also check us out on anchor.fm with all of our podcasts up there. I think it's like, I don't even know. I mean, it's a lot of them, but they're all up there. Let's get into it. Nair, how you feeling?
Feeling good. I'm feeling real good. It's Monday. I just made it to the gym and made it back. So I'm feeling.
Oh, you went back to the gym?
Okay. I got back. I got back last week. So
Okay.
I'm just a weekend back at the gym and just trying to stay cautious in there, wiping everything down before I use, after I use, But so far so good.
Yeah, I had a friend that said that he went to the gym and he was wiping it, and the people that worked there were getting offended. Why? You better glad I'm here. You're glad I'm here. But yeah,
He might need to change gyms.
Right, exactly. Mr. Evans, how you feeling?
I'm here, sir. I'm breathing. Every day that I'm breathing is a day that's a blessing.
Most definitely. Most
Yeah.
definitely. Miss Parker's not here tonight, but we have a very special guest, Mason Santiago. He has a podcast, Every Artist Podcast. Welcome to the show.
Nice to meet you guys. Glad to be here.
Tell us about your podcast before we get into hot topics.
My show basically focuses on artists that probably don't get as much attention as mainstream artists. And then we also try to provide a platform for our legends and people from the past, from the 70s, the 80s, artists that kind of don't get the same recognition as they did once in their careers. And then we also focus on the writers, the producers, the engineers, people behind the scenes. We try to give everybody a platform. That's pretty much what we focuses on.
Dope. Where can we check it out?
I'm on Blog Talk Radio, Every Artist Podcast is the handle. The shows are kind of sporadic, but mostly Saturdays and Sundays we have shows. This upcoming Friday we have Keandra Lockett from Zaire.
Okay.
We're gonna have her. And also I forgot. It's Wednesday. We also have Shantae Moore at 7 p.m.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you for joining us today. Definitely look forward to getting your perspective on some of our topics. Our question of the day is, in your opinion, why do relationships fail? I'll start with you, Chike.
I'm so used to Miss Parker being ahead of me.
No.
Me
I have
too.
time
Yeah.
to think about it.
It was crazy because I posted on my page and Miss Parker didn't comment. She was trolling the comments. Go ahead.
I would probably say if I had to pick something, it would probably be lack of communication. I think great communication is the foundation for any good relationship of any kind. And when communication fails, the relationship fails.
Yeah. About you, Nair? You recently engaged. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. This is something that's very dear to me. I think I have to agree with Chike. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to agree with Chike. Communication, but a few different ways. Not just communication with the person you're considering your spouse, perhaps. Or sorry, guys.
That's all right.
Can you hear that?
Not anymore. Well, it's real low.
Okay, I'm trying to stop it. Anyhow, so not just with regard to communicating with your partner, but knowing who you are and having the things that are required to maintain a relationship within you, such as that communication with yourself. How do you communicate with yourself? How much do you trust yourself? Because a lot of times, when it comes to that communication part, if the other stuff is not set up, then the communication is going to be a disaster. For an example, if someone says, let's get a prenup for our marriage, our recognized marriage by the government, they may say, you don't trust me. And if the communication isn't right around that, it's more like, it's not that I don't trust you, but I have a lot of faith in my decision-making ability, or, whatever it is that I have in me. I got faith in that as well. So it's not about the relationship per se, but it's more about the foundation that I've built within myself, the foundation that you have within yourself, and then we can communicate around that. But I definitely agree with Chike. I definitely agree with him.
What about you, Mason?
I agree with the fellas with the lack of communication, but also different factors such as insecurities, jealousies, possessiveness, trust issues. So I think it's like different layers. It's a different situation for every individual relationship. Would cause, something different would cause the breakdown of each individual relationship to be something different. But definitely believe lack of communication, insecurities, and then trust issues. And then sometimes you lose attraction sometimes. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of different factors.
Yeah. I agree with everyone. I also think, making sure you're ready for a relationship, like making sure you've done the work for yourself so that you're good for the relationship. And also not looking for someone to complete you, but to compliment you. You know what I mean? No one should be your everything or your all. They should, it's someone you obviously look forward to, you want to grow with and build with, but I don't think it should be about finding someone to complete you. But you have to be right for a relationship and find someone.
Subsequently, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Subsequently, I think if it's equally, what do they call it, equally yoked, I think if it works out that way, then that person will complete you in some ways. But looking for that, right? For example, my finances are bad. I need somebody who, that's probably not the right way to go about it. But if you're lacking something that you may not even be aware of, that person may actually be the balance if you've chosen each other with what you just had in mind. Yeah.
Very true. Very true. Well, tweet us at Stephen Knight Show SHO and let us know, in your opinion, why do relationships fail? All right, so quick coronavirus update. We have over 9 million cases worldwide, with 469,000 plus case deaths, and that's all worldwide. Domestically, we have over 2 million cases and 100,000 deaths, and that's just here. Now, a new study came out today that estimates that about 8.7 million people may have been infected in March, but 80% of them were never diagnosed. States like California, Texas, Arizona, and Florida are seeing a dramatic spike in cases, but half of the country is experiencing a rise overall. Florida is said to be the new epicenter, where it used to be New York, but the governor refuses to shut down the state, and he refuses to order people to wear masks. But the city of Miami, their mayor is ordering everyone, if you're in public, you have to have on a mask. They've experienced over 100,000 deaths alone. People that are contracting the virus are mostly in their 20s and 30s, and they're testing positive, but they're less likely to die. But the problem is they're spreading to people that, are more prone to die, catch it and die. Professional athletes are testing positive, which may prolong sports. Right now, the Major League Baseball has shut down their training, so they're trying to figure out when they'll be able to come back. And lastly, D.L. Hughley, he was on stage over the weekend performing, and he passed out on stage. He was treated for exhaustion, but he ended up testing positive for COVID-19, but they said he's okay. So with all that said, where are you with it all? I know now you say you're back at the gym. Where are you all with everything in terms of how you're dealing with it?
My first.
Oh, go ahead, Chike. I'm sorry.
So
now you're the first person I see. That's why I'm bad.
Oh,
good.
So I'm in the hospital, so I see things a little bit differently. And I too am a business owner, and I have to deal with person-to-person contact in my business.
Yeah.
I opened my doors back up in the beginning of June, and I kind of allowed it to be up to my clients to determine if they want to obtain service or not. And most of them have been willing to obtain service, and so far so good for me on the business end. As far as the hospital end, we are not like we were in the beginning of this. We're not taking the same precautions. In the hospital, it's business as usual, but we do have dedicated COVID situations for surgeries. But like the barriers that used to be up are no longer up. They're not taking the same precautions coming in anymore. We're still doing the temperature checks, but instead of individuals checking your temperature, they have a camera reading temperatures as you come in. So they're getting back to full 100% capacity with the flow of all employees on deck as far as regular work, but the whole focus on COVID is not there like it once was.
Wow. Why do you think that is, especially with the numbers increasing? I'm
just going to tell you straight up, like everyone else, it's about getting back to business. It's about the flow of money, period.
Yeah, I see that. That's it. What about you, Nair?
I commented on this not long ago with someone I was in conversation with. It's strange to me. Nothing matches across the country. And almost internationally. Beijing, China is on their second wave.
Yeah.
They've cut flights. They've sent people back home from offices, from their work spots. and they're completely almost going back on lockdown or a form of it. Here in America, here in the state that I'm in, you have some businesses that say you can't come in past 10 people and you got to have a mask on and yada, yada, yada. Then you got some businesses that you can walk right in without a mask or any distancing or anything. Then you have clubs that are open. People clumped up in the club. It just doesn't match. I don't. It's very strange for me. It really is really surreal to me. Personally, I'm trying to be as cautious as I think I can be. As conscious as I think I can be. But it's really strange to me because nothing is the same across this country and even outside of it.
Yeah. How about you, Mason?
I totally agree with everything's different now. I think moving forward, I think we still have to practice safety precautions until this thing is until they figure out how to eradicate it. But I'm originally from Florida, and I get messages from my family how the cases are coming in daily and going up, and how they're kind of living in fear basically down there because most people are not taking it as seriously as they should because they look at the fact that the state has opened up the beaches, the clubs, the bars, and some people just kind of and then some of the places down there, the masks are optional. So, some people are not taking it as serious as they did when it first came out. They think it's kind of gone now, but as you see, the numbers are still steadily rising down there. So
most definitely. I know for me, I was getting frustrated when I was invited to a Juneteenth cookout on Friday, and I started to go. One, it was very far, so that's one reason why I didn't go. But I'm glad I didn't because I was reading the invitation and said, "Wear your mask if you like." And these are people I love them to death, but I haven't seen a lot of them in a minute, so I don't know what they're doing in terms of social distance and whatnot. But I saw pictures, this park included, not a mask in sight, everybody knowing each other. I'm thinking, because I went to a cookout, actually a small cookout. One of my friends threw something on the grill on Saturday. There was only 5 of us, and we social distance for the most part. You know what I mean? We did the little elbow bump, but we saw each other. And, I'm all for people. I know everyone's quarantine fatigued at this point, but I'm for people getting out and doing things as long as they're doing it safely. And when I see things like that, I'm like, that is not safe. And that's why, to me, I think it's kind of selfish because you are keeping us from getting back to normal, you know what I mean? Or a new normal, you know what I mean? So I'm learning to stop being judgmental and just mind my business and worry about me. I can only focus on me.
Right. You tell me it's probably going to the bus.
And
I wish he was on. I was wanting to talk to him about
it. Part of the thing for me, Stephen, in reopening my business, I am in a situation where I do massage therapy. And I control my situation from soup to nuts. So whatever has to happen from my door and to inside, I control it. I only have one person in at a time. I'm cleaning my own equipment, so I know what I'm doing as far as that is regard. And pretty much the same people all the time. I did open up to new clients, but it's still only one person in at a time, and I control the situation. So it's not like, I have a strange environment where people are coming in.
Right.
Now, are you making your clients, shower before? Because I know when I go to when I go to a massage house, they usually give you what is called an Asian massage house. They give you a table bath or shower, which is kind of like a shower. Do you do something like that before you? Because these people who are coming in, they could have been around people who, are potentially
This is true. Most of my clientele, they're athletes, and most of them come directly from wherever they work out, and they do shower before they come see me. So I don't have facilities here for them to shower when they get here, but most of them are coming to me freshly washed.
Right. I got you.
Yeah. I think the sad part too is the politicians, they're not telling us what to do. There's no clear message. Trump doesn't wear masks. Pence doesn't wear masks. And he's over the task force. They don't social distance.
Trump is basically saying that slow down the testing. Yeah. The more testing that you're doing, the more that it's saying that we have more positive situations.
Right. Yeah. We're going to talk about his rally next. We'll take a quick break. Before we go, please subscribe and comment on our videos. But when we come back, we'll talk about Trump's rally over the weekend in Tulsa and the removal of these historical statues. Right back after this.
Oh, na, na. Oh, na, na. Oh, na, na, na. There's a time when it gets cold, wind blows, get rough, feel you may not have enough strength to carry on. Be strong, so you know rain causes you to grow. Every day is like falling leaves from branches of a tree. You'll reap a harvest in due time, you'll see. As this world spins around, some things are meant to be. Don't let it get you down. Today's the tomorrow you were so concerned with yesterday. Seize the day. Seasons come and go like rain and snow. Winter takes all. When you fall, spring back up again. Summer days are good, some are bad. When you feel sad, just remember what goes around comes back again. What goes around comes back again. Seasons, come and go like rain and snow. Winter takes all. When you fall, spring back up again. Summer days are good, some are bad. When you feel sad, just remember what goes around comes back around again. What goes around comes back again. Seasons, 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 seasons come and go like rain and snow. Winter takes all. When you fall, spring back up again. Summer days are good, some are bad. When you feel sad, just remember
As we go, soft, like this. As we go, soft.
Push me off the edge, I dropped the ledge on him. You heard what I said, drive a wedge between us, I quit and drop the sledge on him. I don't beg for bread or hold my breath, ain't scared of death. I take what's mine, speak my mind, so I dare the rest. Set the gavel down, I'll be the judge, the mallets out. When I swing it around, I'm taking ballots out. I got a bookcase of stories, a state of crooks, case balanced out. Bandits from the courts, now get out of town. I joined the band of undercover bandits, loud and proud. Sledgehammer swinging 9 to 5, working callous crowd. Tired of malice from the palace, always looking down. Hammer on the flags in the clouds, means the crooks in town. Dancing with the troop, liking how my ballads sound. Should've sent police, instead they send the brightest talent scouts. Who the hell am I supposed to challenge now? All my enemies envy me now, invalid pals. Just a manic man of work, and I work for the man. Come on man, can a man give a man what he's worth? Got a hammer in my hand in the turf. Man deserves a return from what he plants in the earth.
I carry hammers, snap, snap, no cameras, all you hear is clap. Clap, body slaps, the pavement made men. You should respect this Muliano, my Pisano. Got my back like a spine, no Donnie Brasco. The desperado, crack your head with a bottle of Reposado. Just before the sauna is the motto. Like you wanna challenge the best, then look in the mirror. Guess I'm only topping myself. My vision gets clearer. For many years wanted to be Nasir's peer. What I failed to realize is that I'm already here. Hear me, the rap's John Henry, lacing the track, locomotive should steer clear me. I leave you bent, be slumped in your Bentley. Ice more folks than your neighborhood, Mr. Friendly. We got the energy, monster this industry, synergy of beats and rhymes on mad frequencies. Step to my enemies.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. I want to remind you again, we're all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, our official website, thestephennightshow.com. If you're listening to us now, you can watch us on our YouTube channel, The Stephen Knight Show. And if you'd rather listen to us because you don't like what you see, you can go to our podcast, Apple Music. Just go to our website, stephennightshow.com. All right, so over the weekend, your boy had a rally in Tulsa. It started off very controversial because first he was having it on Juneteenth, which marks the day that the last slaves found out they were free in Texas. And then he was having in Tulsa where they had the Tulsa Massacre, where what was considered to be Black Wall Street was burned down by a white mob. Over 300 people were murdered and thousands of businesses were destroyed. He did end up moving the rally to the following Saturday. But of course, there were a lot of protests on both sides. There were some people that started camping out outside of the arena where he was having his rally. 2 days in advance. Of course, you saw the Confederate flags. I saw one guy. He only had one hand, which is odd, but he had no shirt on and he had on jeans with a racist tattoo, and he literally had a whip going like this to the audience, like he was a slave master. Oh, wow. Well, anyway, he had his rally. He expected 19,000 people to show up, and only 6,200 people showed up. He said that over 1 million people had RSVP'd, but a lot of people think that there was a campaign on TikTok where a bunch of high schoolers or teenagers, they all registered and vowed not to go. They were trying to make the numbers look like it was one thing, but not to go. Apparently, he was very upset about the turnout. We were mad at his campaign manager, Nancy Pelosi. She retweeted an article talking about the numbers. She said 6,200 people. That could have been a Zoom call. While speaking out about the coronavirus, he referred to it as the Kung flu, which is a racist term, obviously talking about Asian Americans. 10 people, including some of his staffers and Secret Service, they all work for him. They all tested positive following the rally. There was actually footage of Trump once they got back to D.C. coming off of Air Force One, and he looked exhausted. He just looked like defeated. So, what are your thoughts on the rally? He did joke, like you said, Chika. He joked about to slow down the test so the numbers stop. Well, he said slow down the test so the numbers would not be so high. The White House official said that he was joking about it. When asked about it today, he didn't deny or admit to it. What are your thoughts, Chika?
At this stage in the game, you're the leader of the free world. Why in the hell would you joke about such a severe situation?
Yep.
American people, well, not just American people are dying around the world. And you're going to make a joke? The White House thinks that it's appropriate for this man who's supposed to be the leader of the free world to make a joke about people dying in a pandemic disease that's killing people. He can make a joke. That's allowed. Right. That Barack had made a joke.
And he did not once talk about Juneteenth or talk about the Black Lives Matter protest or anything.
Wait, though. But he did talk about Juneteenth. Remember, he said that he brought it to everyone's light.
Oh yeah, prior to the rally, yeah, he said that no one knew about it. Yeah. Mind you, he said that, but his for the last 3 years, the White House has been sending out a message about Juneteenth every year on that day. Every president has up since Bill Clinton. So no, he did not. He did not bring it to the forefront. He did.
No, and this man's been lying about his numbers from the beginning. If you remember, when he gave his inaugural speech, he was ranting and raving about the crowd that was out there that day. Lie. Mm-hmm. Everything that comes out of this man's mouth is a lie.
Yeah.
I will say this: if you look at the rally, and you don't have to really listen to what he says, just look at the crowd. If you notice, and everyone on here, we do something in entertainment, so we know about staging, we know about how to make a presentation for the masses. So everyone that was at the rally was in the line of the camera view. Everyone was piled in behind him. Yeah. When they did a wide pan of what that room, what the auditorium really looked like, it looked like one of those rodeos where they have like 2 circus clowns and no one that's in the rodeo is really on top billing anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been to a rodeo, but when you go to one of those scarce ones, it's like 4 and 5 people in the audience and they're all spread out. That's what it looked like to me.
Well, here's the thing. So you weren't required to, they did take your temperature supposedly when you got there, but you weren't required to wear a mask. He's having another rally in Arizona, which is one of the states that's seeing a dramatic spike, and they're not required to wear masks there as well. Naya, what's your take on all of this?
Yeah, man. You know, this guy this guy's a clown, man.
Can't make it up.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those what is that series called? Lemony Snicket's a series of unfortunate events. This is just, I just see him as a goof, man. He's a goof. But you know, he's the people's choice, I guess. You know, but I do agree with Chike. I mean, it's very clear that he's been caught in several lies. They all lie, but he's been caught in several of them. I don't believe anything really he says, and I wouldn't want to, and I don't trust him, and I don't count on him for any advice or suggestions. He's just a goof to me, man. So you know, just the beginning of, I guess, maybe what's to come for his last little time in office. You know, these numbers.
Yeah,
perhaps.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the followers, the people that are following him. They had to sign a waiver saying that they will not sue if they catch coronavirus. Mm-hmm. So you're actually signing your life away to go see this fool.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Amazing. What's your take?
My take on Trump, it's so comical. This is something that, you know, it's this presidency is something that we've never seen before. It's more like I don't know if y'all curse on here, but y'all curse on here?
Yeah.
It's more like a shit show. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's like, and then what makes me, like, I can see Trump has always been that narcissistic type person, but to me, I look at the other Republicans in the party that allows him to just kind of run rampant and do whatever he wants to do. The way that he takes revenge out on people that don't agree with him, and, you know, that type of stuff like that. I'm like, this is more like a dictatorship, you know, and so I'm just wondering, like, when Trump is finally out of office, what are these other politicians that are basically kissing his ass and basically, like, not really, you know, they're not really concerned about the policies and things that don't concern everybody, that don't look like, you know, you know, like Trump. You know, they're catering to a base that has awakened, you know, some of the worst type of people in this country, like the racists, the you know, people just the most uneducated type people you can just, I mean, it's amazing that, like, when you look at these videos and you see the people, they basically pander to him. Like, anything he says, it's like Trump can't do no wrong. I mean, he could take a crap on the stage and write his name in it and throw it in the audience, and they'll love clap and love it. Oh, he's wonderful. And that right there is just like, I don't know if it's the issues, like the policies and the things that they really are supporting him over, or is it the fact that they believe that he's a racist by the things that he said to spark some type of support from a base that nobody really tapped into in a long while.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he's just saying things to get those votes, to get people to support him. But I don't know if he necessarily believes that, because, rich white people don't care shit about white trash people. I don't consider them white trash, but that's just the way it is. They don't give a fuck about white trash. You're not going to see Trump hanging out at the rodeo or some redneck bar or something like that. And somehow these people feel like a connection with him because he says certain things that they like the racism and things like that, speaking against the Hispanic community, the blacks and different things like that. They feel some type of connection to him without even really thinking about the bigger picture. So I just wonder what everybody's gonna do when this asshole's like really out of when he's out of office. Like, what are you gonna do to save face after this? Because he's gonna be in office forever.
Right, exactly. And I was lately I've been reading a lot of the comments on our Instagram page, and you would be shocked at the number of Black and Hispanic people who support him. They said he's not racist. They said that he's a wild boy, but he's not racist. He's the best president we've ever had. And he's just exposing America, and that's why everyone's mad at hating on him, whatever. I just want to
those
right
people,
back self-hate.
Well, it's a lot of people that supporting Trump. I could say these so-called Black conservatives that follow Trump, it's really for a paycheck, because like the Candace Owens, the Angela Statons, whatever the hell her name is, like they literally follow this dude because they can get a check out of it. All you have to do is denounce anything that has Black pride in it. Anything that's like the whole thing with George Floyd, how she came on and she spoke against that.
Candace Owens.
Anything Trump does, you lie, say whatever you got to do to protect him. And they do this because it gets them into certain rooms, and they're basically the mouthpiece, and they can say all the derogatory things against the Black community or the Hispanic community and get away with it because they're Black or they're Hispanic. So they can get away with it. And they get paid money to put on these airs for a check.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like,
yeah, he had that one woman that works in his campaign, Black woman. She actually quit after he made the comments about making Juneteenth popular. She actually quit. She said she could no longer not put her morals in front of her job. Were you going to say, Nair? I'm sorry. What did you say? I'm sorry.
Was that recent?
Yeah, that was over the weekend.
Wow.
Yeah. What do you say, Nair?
Slipped my mind.
Okay. All right.
It slipped my mind, but it wasn't about this. But what Candace Owens to me is Candace Owens is just an articulate wreck to me.
Yeah,
she's an articulate wreck. She can speak. She speaks very well, but she's a wreck. Wreck.
Right.
Yeah. She's a wreck. But that's nothing new. But I forgot what I was gonna say. It was something in regard to something Mason said, but it'll come back maybe.
Okay. Well, let's switch gears about these statues. So, they've been taking a lot of the statues down amid the Black Lives Matter protests and whatnot. So it looks like another statue is being taken down, the current climate of society and recent protests that have been sweeping the world. This time, the statue is of Theodore Roosevelt can count its days, as it's been announced that it'll be coming down. According to ABC News, the statue, which is located at the entrance of the American Museum of Natural History, has been there since 1940 and depicts Roosevelt on a horse with a Native American and an African American standing next to the horse. On Sunday, Mayor de Blasio announced that the statue, which symbolizes colonial expansion and racial discrimination, will no longer sit at the museum. The museum has agreed to take it down. They said this is the right time to remove this problematic statue. So I was watching The View today, and Meghan McCain was asking, she said she's kind of torn about the statues and whatnot because, I know we're looking at everything and people are taking things up like Aunt Jemima, her name's being, that brand's being changed. Uncle Ben, the rice, that brand's being changed. And she's asking what's going to be the threshold. It's like with the statues, because that was a time where people did have slaves. That was, that was just the time. So we're going to, like with our four founders, Are we gonna take them down? You know, so she's just trying to see what's gonna be the, you know, when people are gonna determine, okay, enough is enough. What are your thoughts, Chiga?
Well, I think a good threshold would be give us our reparations. Give us our reparations, then you don't have to talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
You don't ever have to visit anything ever again. Give us what we are owed, our 40 acres and a mule, and we'll all be good. We'll settle up. I want to talk about how it is unpatriotic for people like Colin Kaepernick to take a knee, right? It's wrong for him to do that. It's almost a sacrilege. It's blasphemous for him to take a knee against America, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have, and Stephen, you know, we both have Virginia, Richmond roots.
Mm-hmm.
Every other block, there is a statue honoring someone from that era, okay?
Yeah.
Please remember what these people represent. They represent a time period where the country was split. And these people basically fought against the government
Yep.
to keep slavery
traitors.
intact.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you had defectors of the country within the country wanting to fight the powers that be in order to keep other human beings in cages and
Mm-hmm.
own them and whip them and mate them and sell them. But Colin Kaepernick and people of the like can't take a knee. You don't get any unpatriotic than that
Right.
to defect against the government.
Absolutely.
But you want to hold up statues and keep honoring and memorabilia from this time period when it was so ugly to the core of what America is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So even then it was wrong, and you were fighting for it to stay in existence then, and now that you've lost and we're allegedly free, you still want to uphold that memorabilia, which was so hateful. I don't get it. Doesn't make sense.
And you know, Juneteenth, I was doing some research over on Thursday night just so I could be, you know, well versed in it all. The reason why, you know, the Emancipation Proclamation was signed 2 years before Juneteenth. And the reason the slave owners in Houston and Texas, those areas, they did not follow the law. They did not follow the law. They knew the slaves were free, but they wanted to have another harvest. They wanted to have a fresh harvest. So that's why they kept them for another 2 years. It wasn't until the certain soldier came down there and told them, you are free. And even then they were free with nothing. Where did we go? What do we do? I was watching Blackish had the episode of Blackish highlighted when they talked about Juneteenth, and everyone needs to watch that. It was very educational. Like, they lied about Christopher Columbus being this nice guy, you know, making peace with the Indians. No, he killed the Indians, cut their hands off, you know, stole from them after they tried to help him. You know, he was not a good man. George Washington, they always said George Washington never told a lie. He was a notorious liar. And they tried to say that he freed his slave, which his slaves he did not. He had the slaves up to his dying day. So it's a lot of things they teach us in school that is just not true. Just
and he
not
didn't
true.
have wooden teeth. He had slave teeth.
They had slave teeth in his mouth, not wooden teeth. Yeah. Naya, where's your take on this?
They need to come down. Those statues need to come down. That's just plain and simple. This is if we, you know, it's almost like, you know how when people get a divorce, they get to that point of getting a divorce, and the reason is what is it? Irreconcilable differences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's almost what we're facing here in America. We're almost facing that here. There's, you know, it's a back and forth. We see things differently. We know the problems, but we see things differently than the people who are running the show here. And they don't want to let us to be a part of running the show. I mean, it's just very clear. It is very clear and evident from the history till now. They don't want us to be, us meaning Black people here in America and globally, but they don't want us a part of this show that they've set up, that they've stolen from other people. You know, we have Black Americans and white Americans. I think there are just irreconcilable differences between the two of us. The goddamn statues need to come down. they're not representative of a progressive nation. There are these people are. These are, like Chike said, some of the most unpatriotic people who they have these bronze casts and concrete cast statues or stone cast statues of. They need to come down. And I don't feel any other way about it. They need to come down. And if they're going to, if we're going to have some serious conversation and some serious progress, then we got to do the things that are going to allow us to progress seriously. Those statues got to come down.
Yeah.
They got to come down, especially the ones in the most notable areas of the country where people are known to visit en masse. They need to come down.
Yep, most definitely. Amazing. What are your thoughts?
For goodness sake, they tore down the Berlin Wall. They tear down things that no longer represent that ideology.
Right.
How would they feel if they had the whole Holocaust situation still set up? Statues of Hitler still set up. How would they feel about that?
Yeah. Most
Absolutely,
definitely.
just like they did, over in Africa when they tore down that president who was no longer representative of the people. They took that they broke that statue right off, immediately.
Yep.
I forget what year that was, but I can find it. Anyhow, that's the point. It needs to come down. It's no longer relevant.
Most definitely. Acceptable. Amazing.
Yeah. First of all, one thing, if you guys ever heard of Ona Judge. If you ever get a chance to look that up, Ona Judge, she was an enslaved woman that belonged to George Washington, and she escaped and got her freedom, but he literally was hunting her down to try to get her back to be a slave again. It's a lot. That's a lot with this guy. I mean, like they want to call him the founding father of the country, but whose founding father is he representing? He wasn't representing us. Because at that time we were enslaved. Right. Just like the Declaration of Independence, it wasn't pertaining to Black people or people of color because we were seen as property at that time. We weren't even citizens of this United States.
Correct.
So being patriotic and all those things, it hit different for us. And the thing with the statues, when Megan, I saw that segment and she was basically saying, at what end do we, how far are we going to go with this? Right. And I say, take all the shit down. To be honest, because if you want a country you want a country that represents all people, and it's supposed to be a nation of a nation that represents all of us. Whatever your ethnic background is, it's supposed to represent everybody. There should not be things in place that makes other people feel uncomfortable because it represented a time where our people were in bondage, slaves, treated like animals. But at the same time, you're looking and you're celebrating traitors of the United States. The Confederate they were traitors to the United States. Why are we celebrating that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What other country does that?
Exactly.
But they want to call it heritage and we're celebrating our heritage. It literally states on Wikipedia what those symbols represented.
Yep.
White supremacy.
Yep.
Over people that they felt were inferior to them. So why are we celebrating that? I don't care whose heritage they want to say that's the heritage. You people are not originally from this country. So if you want to celebrate a heritage, celebrate your German heritage or Irish heritage or whatever it is, but trying to celebrate and use that whole thing to mask the whole racism thing when they know exactly what that means, it's just a slap in the face for all us African Americans and people of color to see those statues all the time. Go to schools named after slave owners and having money with slave owners on it. I say rewrite the whole thing, start over from scratch to where it's inclusive to all of us, because you got to look at it and keep changing these amendments and things like that, adding this on because why? Because it didn't represent us. That's why. That's why they're changing it, constantly changing these things because it didn't represent, it wasn't for us. Absolutely. And then when something comes, when issues come about and they see some type of injustices, they're like, oh, we got to go back and rewrite this because it doesn't include us. So why do we need to be celebrating the 4th of July when our people were enslaved during that time?
Very true.
How is that? Oh, we gained our independence from Great Britain. Good for y'all, but y'all had us fucking plant cotton fields picking cotton while y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Yeah.
You know how ridiculous this sounds,
Stephen? Betsy Ross to make that flag, the same cotton she used. Our ancestors picked that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, how are we supposed to look at it the same way?
Exactly.
You know how ridiculous this sounds? I have a big old sturdy tree right out in front of my place, right? So let's say that I made a noose, right? And I hung it on the tree just for decoration, like you would ornament the tree with a noose. And I said, oh, I just want to remember the good old days when we knew our place. I just want to have this just hang here.
Right.
That's how stupid it sounds.
Yeah. No, you're very right. You're very right. We're going to end it there. Amazing, Santiago. Thank you so much for joining us again. The podcast is called Every Artist Podcast. Check it out on Blog Talk Radio. Nair, as always, we appreciate you. And check out some movie reviews. But before we go, Rashard Brooks, they had a public viewing for him today. I want to mention this. He had a public viewing for him today at Ebenezer Baptist Church, where Martin Luther King Jr. Preached at, and his funeral is set for tomorrow. So our thoughts and prayers are with his family and all his loved ones. All right. Well, when we come back, we have Tay. What's his name?
Tay the Prince.
Tay the Prince, my boy. Tay the Prince, John Legend's nephew. He joins us next to talk about his new video and with the cause they're supporting, him and his uncle. Right back after this.
She likes to read books on philosophy. She only eats at small cafes. She questions every single part of me. She makes me better every day. It's not the way she styles her hair or the designer clothes she wears. Her silhouette's one of a kind, but most of all, she's got a beautiful mind. She's got a beautiful mind. She's got a beautiful mind. So many girls I see are wild and lovable, but I'm looking for my queen, my Claire Huxtable. The black American dream, it sounds so wonderful. The only thing I need, my Claire Huxtable. My Claire, my Claire Huxtable. My Claire, my Claire Huxtable. We'll be in a brownstone and BK, listen to Stevie and Coltrane. I know that she out there for me. Oh yeah, having some few kids one day, a couple of Lisa, a Bonays. I know that she out there for me. Oh yeah, so many girls I see are wild and lovable, but I'm looking for my queen, my Claire Huxtable. The black American dream sounds so wonderful. Only thing I need, my Claire Huxtable. Claire Huxtable, my Claire, my Claire Huxtable, my Claire, my Claire Huxtable, my Claire, my Claire Huxtable. Be in a brownstone and BK, listen to Stevie and Coltrane. I know that she out there for me, Claire Huxtable. Having some few kids one day, a couple of Lisa, a Bonays. I know that she out there for me. Yeah. So many girls I see are wild and lovable, but I'm looking for my queen, my Claire Huxtable. The black American dream sounds so wonderful. Only thing I need, my Claire Huxtable.
Tell me why every time she comes around, my head starts spinning. Is it something going on? Or maybe I'm just tripping. But there's this one thing that's got me tempest tossed. But I don't want this to be another love that's lost. Because I can't sleep at night, and thoughts keep running through my mind. I don't know the reason why, so I'll hide my tears inside so you won't see me cry. I don't have a reason. 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 Maybe it's the way you look at her when she walks by, or the stare that you carry when you look in her eyes. But I don't wanna be the one to make something like nothing. But my heart keeps telling me it's probably something. 'Cause I can't sleep at night. Thoughts keep running through my mind. I don't know the reason why, so I'll hide my tears inside so you won't see me cry. Don't have a reason to cry. I don't have a reason. Don't have a reason. I don't have a reason. I don't have a reason. They say intuition never lies, but if it's real true love, it never dies. Torn between my heart, torn between my mind. I can't see clear because my love is blind. Could he hurt me so? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. 'Cause I can't sleep at night. I can't sleep at night. No. I don't know the reason why. Tears inside won't see me cry. I can't sleep at night. Thoughts keep running through my mind. I don't know. I don't know. I'll hide my tears inside. Won't see me cry. Won't see me cry. I don't know. I don't know. So I'll hide my tears inside so you won't see me cry.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Our next guest comes from a talented musical family, which includes his award-winning uncle, John Legend, who he teamed up with for the song and video Love One Another, along with a fundraiser to benefit Feeding America and Second Harvest Food Bank as a Feeding America member based in Ohio. Proceeds garnered from the donations and merchandise sales will go to help provide COVID-19 relief by providing meals for those in need. Please help me welcome the very talented Taylor Prince. Welcome to the show.
What up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. So
That's
listen,
good.
I know we're all staying home. We're trying to stay home, and we're dealing with COVID-19. We're dealing with the protests and the racial injustice we're seeing. How are you and your family holding up?
Me and my family are holding up real good, man. It's been a great time. I say it's a blessing and a curse. We got to know each other, a lot more, and it's just it's more time to get to know yourself, gain more knowledge and learn new things, while everything's down. So I think you've been good for us, man.
Yeah, I think it did. We needed to slow down. Even talking about even with outside, how the sky is clear and the water is clear. So we're going through a lot, as we've already said. And when you all put out the song, it was originally for COVID-19 relief. But with the Black Lives Matter protests, don't you think this song is taking on even a deeper meaning?
Yeah, I really do, because the song is for because from COVID to police brutality and any other social issues, this song is for that. It's the anthem. And when I made the song, of course it's saying love and stuff like that, but the meaning behind it was to call for action. A lot of times, I'm saying, us as men and women and children, we say we love, but we don't show the action. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I say in the song, a brother would say love you, but he'll still kill you. It's because it's time to it's time to put in the action, and that's what this this song is talking about.
Yeah. So you wrote the song, and you got your uncle to jump on there. How was it like working with him?
Man, it was great, man. It was great. Me and him, was laughing, and it was a great time, man. It was a great time. I was nervous. Hands was shaking and all that, but it was great, man. It was a great time. Me and Aunt were real good together.
That's good. Yeah, well, it came out great. The song is dope. The video is even. Tell us about the video. The video, you got a lot of star power in there.
Right.
Tell us about how that all went down.
It was so what happened was, we had, my dad and my team, they have connections. So we hit up, the celebrities that's in the video to come, and they came, and we just had a ball, man. We had a great time. It was at some event, somebody got the nasty attitude.
Right.
This event, it was none of that, man. Yeah. It was it was real good, positive energy. So we had a great time, man.
And that's exactly when you see this video, it makes you feel good. I mean, it does make you feel good. It gives you hope. It gives you hope.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So tell us about you as an artist.
So me, I'm from Springfield, Ohio. I produced Love One Another. I produced my whole album. It hasn't came out yet, but it's coming soon. Right now, I'm working on my second album, and when you listen to my music, you will get that 2004, through 2007, 8, the soul sound, the boom bap sound, and I love to have like R&B hooks. I feel like that's something that we were missing, in hip hop is a great, 2 rap verses, but when it comes to the hook, you got that nice R&B singer that can really sing. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just me, man. As an artist, I just love music. I looked up to Q-Tip, Slum Village, Kanye, Talib Kweli, Mos Def, it's Jay. So that's me, man.
That's dope. I interviewed your dad years ago. He had some music he had put out. Like I said, you come from such a talented family. Do you think it was just inevitable that you would go into music as well?
Yeah.
You couldn't escape it.
I escape it, man. And I was doing everything else but music. Like I was playing basketball. My dream was to go to the NBA. I stopped playing basketball. I worked at a Lee's famous chicken. It's a chicken spot. Then I stopped working from there and went to be an electrician, man. So I done did it all.
So what convinced you to go music route?
Well, I being an electrician just wasn't for me, man. Wasn't for me. And at the time, I was starting to get back into the, music, and I was like, I might as well just take this serious.
Yeah.
And, that started for me, like, wanting to learn how to make beats. And when I wanted to learn how to make beats, man, I was like, I might as well take this seriously. And so I did that. I went out to L.A. For schooling at Los Angeles Recording School. Okay. And while I was out there learning, I started to come up with my album, and I revisited Love One Another, and things just started to come, man.
Yeah. What have you learned, with your uncle and your dad, people that been in the music game? What have you learned from them?
To be you. Yeah. To be yourself. Don't let anyone else's opinions, come and, cloud yours or, bring you down. Because while I was, searching on how to make beats, I was doing soul beats, and I had people around me who was telling me, like, nah, man, trap is the way.
Yeah, trap, right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, nah, man, this is something that we missing right now in hip hop. So that's what they taught me, is to be yourself, man, at all times.
Great advice. So this song, Love One Another, is blowing up. I was just reading the comments. People are loving this all over. How do you feel about that response? Well, I know how you feel about it, but why do you think that message is so important, and what is your reaction to response from it?
Well, the reason why I think that it's so, the song is so, like, it has a great, response to it is because it's positive, man. Mm-hmm. And the things that I'm saying are true.
Yeah.
Like I say, like they painted Jesus Christ as a white man. Around we go where the love at. Like, that's true. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, and deny this song. You gonna, like, if you hate this song, then there's something wrong with you, man.
There's something wrong with you, right? I agree. That's facts. That's facts.
So it's been great. It's been a great feeling. It's, when I cause I'm back home, and when I hear people playing my song and stuff, I smile, man, cause that's a artist's dream, is to hear people recite their lyrics, play their music.
Most definitely. So you said you have an album coming out. When can we expect it?
Oh, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I do know that I will be dropping another single after this, and it's called. And so then after we drop that, we're going to drop the album.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Well, listen, thank you so much for putting this message out there. We definitely need it. I encourage everybody to listen. You'll love it. You'll love the message. You'll love the video. It'll make you smile. Thank you so much. Tell everyone where they can keep up with you and everything you have going on.
All right, so you can follow me on all social media at TaterPrince_, right? And then if you want to purchase the song, you can go to TaterPrince.com, and the proceeds will go to Feeding America. And yeah, man, that's about it.
Well, that's dope. Well, thanks again, man. Our thanks goes out to Tater Prince for joining us tonight. The song is Love One Another. Check it out. For more information, go to our website at StephenKnightShow.com. We'll be right back after this.
When I hit it, I don't call. No, I don't call. That's a message to your bro. Bitch, I'm a dog. See, I'm married to the gang. I said I do it since that shit ain't been the same. I leveled up. I leveled up. I leveled up. They say more money, more problems, but on ones who ain't got none. I leveled up. 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 She said she heard I was on the come up. Out here moving like a boss, yeah, but don't know how much this shit costs. Yeah, she get money, I get money too. keep my mind stay the same. Got these broke boys feeling some type of way. I don't recognize when they talking down. Bank accounts filled with large amounts. She just want a real nigga to come around. She just want a real nigga to come around. When I hit it, I don't call. No, I don't call. That's a message to you, bro. Bitch, I'm a dog. See, I'm married to the gang. I said I do, and since that shit ain't been the same. I leveled up. I leveled up. I leveled up. They say more money, more problems, but the ones who ain't got none. I leveled up. I leveled up. I leveled up. I leveled up. Count up all these bands, all these dead presidents. She want a one night stand. I told her go bring a friend. More money, more problems. I'm a rich nigga, I'ma solve it. She came in head in the foreign. I'm flexing on them so gorgeous. Go your bag. What's that rolling? Real recognize real, but I do not know you. Go your bag. What's that rolling? Real recognize real, but I do not know you. I don't recognize when they talking down. Bank accounts filled with large amounts. She just want a real nigga to come around. She just want a real nigga to come around. When I hit it, I don't call. No, I don't call. That's a message to you, bro. Bitch, I'm a dog. See, I'm married to the gang. I said I do, and since that shit ain't been the same. I leveled up. I leveled up. I leveled up. They say more money, more problems, but the ones who ain't got none. I leveled up. I leveled up. I leveled up. I leveled up. When I hit it, I don't call. No, I won't call. That's a message to your broad. Bitch, I'm a dog. See, I'm married to the game. I said I do, since that shit ain't been the same. I leveled up.
So we taking over. One time.
Mangen never suffer, suffer, mangen never suffer, suffer, man rely on the waiting, man a man in the setting, that's the nigga they chasing, but the jupa she jacking, mangen never suffer, suffer, mangen never suffer, suffer, man rely on the waiting. Man, I'm in the setting. That's the nigga they chasing. But the jupa she checking. I said the jupa she waiting, she checking, she looking like she not know what they are talking. I told her that trouble she causing, the way that she rocking and shaking her too mad. Onina Fatumata, put it on me like she from Kakatai. All the men is scatter, that all bene I want in a chocolate. When you tie your lapa and you wear your skin test, when you rocking your tuma, Pange, I want marry you, Chamu, I want take you, anything you want, I give it to you. Take my name, my money, my car, my clothes, my everything, oh. Suffer, Pange never suffer, suffer, I'm relying on the waiting, but I'm in the setting. That's the nigga they chasing, but the jupa she jacking. Mangen never suffer, suffer, mangen never suffer, suffer. I'm relying on the waiting, but I'm in the setting. That's the nigga they chasing, but the jupa she jacking.
One play you non-see funk, get capping. Like I said before, hungry line blocking. You leave it, another scam and we'll bop it. Grab it, squeeze it with dry face. That the time you will be trying how to catch it. You know you're missing a casa bambete. You face it, all five, trying how to catch. Then you want speak serious now till they get. Pretty girl, let me take you out of dinner. I got a cheddar, forgive me, I was a sinner. Gonna be better from January down to December. Take trips, go to spots even in the winter. So sexy, gorgeous and beautiful. Everything that we do is so memorable. I'm feeling you from your head down to your toes. Don't have to speak on it, I'm gonna show.
suffer, Mange never suffer, suffer, Hungry lion they waiting, Panamene they setting, Destiny God they chasing, but the trooper she jacking, Mange never suffer, suffer, Mange never suffer, suffer, Hungry lion they waiting, Panamene they setting, Destiny God they chasing, but the trooper she jacking.
Anytime she walking, the boy them be watching. Anytime she walking, the boy them be jaking. Baby girl, you temptation. Anytime you turn girl, you confusion. Baby girl, you temptation. Anytime you turn girl, you confusion. Baby girl, you blow my mind away. Anytime you turn like way, girl, you make me want it. You tonight, forget, never, you never suffer.
Mange never suffer, Hungry lion they waiting, Panamene they setting, Destiny God they chasing, but the trooper she jacking. Mange never suffer, Mange never suffer, Hungry lion they waiting, Panamene they setting, Destiny God they chasing, but the trooper she jacking.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Our next guest is an awarded humanitarian, producer, actor who has a new hit web series, Stuck. Please help me welcome Brian Schilling, better known as Think Schilling. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Definitely appreciate you taking time. We're all going through this quarantine and social unjust. How are you doing out there in California?
I'm good. I'm hanging in there. You know, it's, everybody's opening up production here on Friday, which is great. So everybody's kind of got the itch to get back back to work. And, we got the clearance as of Friday to start rolling the cameras again. So, we're, staying good, staying safe, staying healthy. Hope everybody else is staying safe and healthy as well. And, just looking forward to some peace in our world, that's for sure.
Yes.
When you brought up, awarded humanitarian, and I appreciate that so much, sincerely. Again, like Stephen was saying, my name is Brian C. Schilling. Everything goes by @ThinkSchilling, all my social media, my YouTube page, and so forth. But as an awarded humanitarian, Stephen, one thing that I came up with that I own is actually a slogan, and it's the word love, LOVE, which stands for Let Our Violence End.
Yeah.
And it needs to end. It's everything I produce as a producer. I'm all about inclusion. I also do acting, like you said, and so forth. But it's time that the violence stops, the hate crimes stop. It's got to stop.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. with you. I think we lost your volume.
Can you hear me now?
There you go. I hear you now.
Okay, great.
Yeah. But what were you saying? I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I don't know where you left off. I'm sorry. I had a bad internet connection there. But yeah, so, again, like I was saying, my slogan is LOVE, LOVE, which stands for Let Our Violence End. And as a producer, when I produce projects, I'm all about inclusion.
Yeah.
And then also, I do act. Again, Brian C. Schilling, Think Schilling on all social media. And, when I do go around and I talk and meet with people and this, that, and the other, I'm always using my slogan, love, let our violence end. It's time that the hate crimes stop. It's time that the violence stop. And Tupac said it the best, it's on us to do what we got to do to survive. Let's learn the way we, let's learn the way we eat. Let's learn the way we sleep. But it's on us to do what we got to do to survive. And
it's he couldn't have said it better. And I do some spoken poetry, and I actually included that into one of my spoken poetry. Is that let's change the way we eat, let's change the way we treat each other, and it's on us to do what we got to do to survive. And it's so true.
Most definitely, most definitely. And you do a lot of work with the homeless, with children, with the LGBTQ community. What is it that? Why do you think? Not why. Obviously, it's great that you do it, but what draws you to do that kind of work outside of everything else you have going on?
Yeah, I just, with all sincerity, I just have a big heart. I truly do. And with my slogan, love, letter, violence, and it's the same thing. It starts with the heart. Yeah. And it doesn't matter your race. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter your political views. It doesn't matter your sexual orientation. Because at the end of the day, we all have one thing in common. And that one thing that we all have in common is that all of our hearts are red. Yeah. And hearts equal love. So let's help spread the love. Let's, look at your neighbor, tell them you love them, hold their hand, give them a hug, give them a kiss on the cheek. Whatever I can do, I just like to see, I like to help make a difference in people's lives any way that I can, even if it's 5 people or 10 people. Well, you know what? The 5 or 10 people that I help, they're going to help another 5 or 10 people, and it's just going to spread like a wildfire, like a spider web.
Yeah.
So it's, yes, I'm very involved with the homeless community, not only people that are homeless, but also animals that are homeless. I'm involved with the LGBTQ community as well.
I think we lost you again. I think we lost your volume again.
With a children's book about anti-bullying that I'm going to be donating. I'm going to be donating my anti-bullying books to elementary schools in the lower income areas of the city of Los Angeles.
Yeah, nice. Nice, great work, and thank you for all the great work that you're doing.
Yeah, thank you.
So I know you played hockey, and then you got injured, and you said that acting saved your life. Can you talk about it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm a former hockey player, and injured my back, herniated disc in the lumbar, L405, and also the sacrum S1. And it ended my hockey career, and that's all I knew was hockey. I mean, I would eat, sleep, drink, breathe hockey. And it was my whole life. And when I lost hockey, it was a very dark moment for me. I didn't really know what my purpose was, and I would ask God every day, you took hockey away from me. Now, what are you going to give me next? The hockey door closed. Now, what door are you going to open? I'm willing to work, I'm willing to work hard, and I'm willing to, I'm willing to, pray to you every single night before I go to bed. But what can you help me out with? And I was very depressed, and I'm not, I don't hide it. It's another thing I do support that I forgot to tell you earlier. I'm also an advocate for mental health awareness.
Yes, which is huge. Yeah,
very huge. Life, it can make you naturally depressed. And I was fortunate enough and blessed enough through prayer and reflection and to be able to get into the acting industry. And it was rapid. I mean, it took off, and it took off fast. And then it went from acting to producing to, becoming an awarded humanitarian. I do some print work as well. I also do voiceover work. So it was just a blessing. The hockey door closed.
A comedian as well.
Yes, I'm definitely. Yes. I'm definitely a comic for sure. And it's just amazing. It's just, where that one door can close in your life, but another amazing door can open. And you really have to take advantage of the opportunities that God gives you when he gives them to you.
Most definitely. Well, let's talk about the web series. Series.
Yes.
Tell us all about it.
Yes. So thank you so much for asking. It's a hit. It really is, Stephen. And again, this is something I created the show. And people ask me all the time, Brian, how did you create the show? It's amazing. And from my mouth to God's ears, I was laying in bed. I was tossing and turning, flipping and flopping. I couldn't sleep. And all of a sudden, I felt God's presence. for the first time in my life. And he literally delivered this idea of Stuck and this vision of Stuck to me. And he literally placed it in my lap and he said, Brian, I am giving you this opportunity. I want you to be successful.
Yeah.
And I want you to make me proud. And I literally jumped out of bed. It was 3 a.m. I texted my production partners. I'm like, oh my God, you guys are not going to believe this. I have this amazing vision. I have this amazing name. I have the amazing characters, the amazing storyline. We got to get rolling. And the log line for Stuck, again, which can be seen on YouTube. We release a new episode every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Okay.
And, think Schilling on YouTube. But the log line for the show is it's a mob couple is at war for throne of their dead marriage.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we just released episode 6 of season 1 last night, and we will be going into season 2. And just for legality purposes, obviously, and negotiating purposes, I can't elaborate much further on the show other than we will be going into season 2 for sure.
Well, congratulations. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Sincerely, thank you so much. And I can't thank our fans enough either. I mean, we're getting thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of views and likes and thumbs ups and comments. And it's just been amazing. And my production partners, Vinicia Zora Machado and Anastasia Zora Machado, the 3 of us are a team, and we work so well together and we collaborate. And Vinicius, you might know him from, he was on the hit show on Stars, Power.
Yeah.
He played the role of Nomar in season 1 of Power.
Okay.
So he's my production partner, and he's also in Stuck. And it's just been a blessing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations on season 2 already. I mean, that's can't beat that. Can't beat that.
Yeah,
so you moved to LA last year.
Yes.
And then of course hit with the pandemic beginning of this year, but you seem like you're working through it. What do you think's next for you other than the web series? Once we start opening things up? I know you said you start filming again on Friday. What else do you have going on?
Yeah, so I also have another series that we're in pre-production for that I created and I'm also producing. And then I also have a feature film that I'm creating and producing as well. So there's never a dull moment, never a dull second. I mean, I've always got the pen to the paper, and I got a series coming out other than Stuck, like I said, it's in pre-production, and then a feature film as well. And then I'm going to be doing a lot of red carpet events and this, that, and the other with my publicist once we get the green light here in Hollywood, and hopefully the virus goes away, and hopefully we can continue to protest in peace.
Yeah.
And because everyone does need to be heard. It's a strong message that's been going on for a very long time. And we just I ask for everybody to be safe and healthy, and to I ask for nothing but peace.
Most definitely.
If there's anywhere that my voice can go, is just let's treat each other the way we want to be treated, and respect people the way we want to be respected, and talk to people the way we want to be talked to.
Exactly. And hear each other, listen to each other,
hear each other and listen to each other, and really retain it. Don't let it go in one ear and out the other.
Right. Exactly.
Let our violence end, please, please, please.
Brian C. Schilling, man, I've enjoyed this conversation. Tell everyone again where they can check you out on your social media, your website, everything.
Yes, please. Thank you so much. So again, my name is Brian C. Schilling. All of my social media is, I have Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. All my social media handle is @think.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Wish you nothing but success. And for more information, go to our website, StephenKnightShow.com. We'll be right back after this.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And also, too, Stephen, I noticed, too, that you're also an artist yourself.
Yes, I am.
You're very musically talented. And
thank you.
Yeah. And that's amazing. Good for you. And I'd love to collaborate, with you.
Most definitely.
Like I said, when I do the spoken poetry stuff.
Yeah.
I do collaborate with some artists, and they'll do the rapping part or the acoustic guitar part or whatever it may be. But then I do a little bit of a spoken poetry part in the track. I think what you're doing is amazing, and I wish you success as well, and stay safe and healthy. And again, thank you for having me on the show, man. I really appreciate it.
Most definitely. Thank you again.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Okay. Thanks, Stephen.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Right back after this.
They don't like me. I don't fuck with none of these niggas. They won't fight me. No, I got enemies. They won't see me bleed. They don't wanna see me win. They don't wanna see me lead. Shit. They don't wanna see me go gold. Why they wanna see me go ghost? Watch me turn to smoke. Dog, I don't wanna have no foe. They just wanna see me go gold. They just wanna see me go bro. I just wanna keep this known. Dog, we gon' see what's good. I got homies in the town, so it's understood. You won't like this. I might share my location on nice shit. You don't wanna see me go roll. I will never carry no gun. I don't need no burner, no stove. You don't wanna see me get cold. I just wanna see you fold. All this can't get old. Dog, we gon' see what's up. We gon' see what's good. We gon' see what's up. Make it understood, dawg. We gon' see what's up. We gon' see what's good. We gon' see what's up. Don't step in my hood, dawg. We gon' see what's up. We gon' see what's good. We gon' see what's up. Make it understood, dawg. We gon' see what's up. We gon' see what's good. We gon' see what's up. Don't step in my hood, dawg. With the pen, You on whack shit. Will never sign a deal unless a nigga get max shit. Pull up with the deal. You can meet me in the hills. Last time you wasn't here, had me wondering what happened. Yeah. We gon' see you fall. See you fall. See you go. See you go. Get your snow. Get your gold. Get your flow. I might let you know. I might let you know. All with the we gon' see what's good. I got homies in the town, so it's understood. You won't like this. I might share my location on nice shit. You don't wanna see me go roll. I will never carry no gun. I don't need no burner, no stove. You don't wanna see me get cold. I just wanna see you fold. All this can't get old. Dawg, we gon' see what's up. We gon' see what's good. We gon' see what's up. Make it understood, dawg. We gon' see what's up. We gon' see what's good. We gon' see what's up. Don't step in my hood, dawg. We gon' see what's up. We gon' see what's good. We gon' see what's up. Make it understood, dawg. We gon' see what's up. We gon' see what's good. We gon' see what's up. Don't step in my hood, dawg. With the
your girl, that ghetto love. That ghetto love. In the ghetto. In the ghetto. In the ghetto. In the ghetto. Take me away from the cares of this world. No worries, no problems, because I'm your girl, that ghetto love. Ghetto love, ghetto love. Take me away from the cares of this world. No worries, no problems, because I'm your girl, that ghetto love. Ghetto love, ghetto love. Ghetto love. In the ghetto. 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 In the ghetto.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Adam, how's it going? How was the weekend?
It's going well. The weekend was good. We got out of town for a little bit on Saturday. Went to Harper's Ferry and did a little tubing up in that area.
Nice.
So it was nice to enjoy the weather.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. How about you?
You know, I can't complain really. It was a good weekend. It was a good weekend. Well, I'll let you and Chike take away movie reviews.
Sure thing. So I first wanted to start off with The Five Bloods, which is a movie that Chike reviewed last week. And
Loved it.
Yeah, and I actually was surprised. I was not a big fan. You know, it had excellent acting. I think, Chike, you were right. The action scenes were a little lacking. You know, I like a lot of Spike Lee movies, and this one I felt like we didn't get enough character development besides the two main characters. I felt like we never really learned about the rest of the other vets, and the dialogue kind of was a little bit hit or miss. The editing was a little off. I think it was still a good movie in the end. There's a good story there. 2.5 hours though, definitely felt like we dragged along a lot at the beginning to get to where we got at the end. And overall, it's definitely it's a Netflix movie. If you got Netflix, check it out. You won't feel disappointed. But I was just hoping for a little bit more about kind of the background of everyone and a little bit more about the characters and their interaction with each other. But I'm glad you liked it, Steven, and, you know.
Yeah, I did, but I will say it was long. And so I started Saturday night, watched an hour and a half of it, and then finished the last hour last night. So it was a long movie, but I thought it was good. I mean, how much action y'all want? They're old men.
Yeah, and it was interesting to watch, you know, the flashbacks. Spike.
Yeah.
Kept it
I like the fact that they had them playing themselves as the younger version of them, because you didn't have to guess who was who. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly. And everyone's, one thing everyone says is Delroy Lindo definitely deserves a nomination for his role in the movie.
Yeah,
and I
he
do
got
agree.
on my nerves, man.
Yeah, you know,
you can tell he's really he still has that PTSD from back in the war days.
Yeah, he pulled it off really well. Again, just like, you know, these were soldiers in arms, brothers in arms, and the fact that like at the beginning one didn't know one was a Trump supporter and one didn't know one had a daughter or a kid, like 15-year-old teenage kid. I'm like, how good friends are they if they don't even realize this about each other? Anyway, again, you'll enjoy it if you like Spike Lee movies. Again, long, and I just was wanting a little more.
Yeah.
And the next film I saw, which was another Netflix release that came out this past weekend, is called Wasp Network. And this is an interesting one. It's an international film, and it follows the true story about a Cuban spy network that was established in the United States during the 90s. And what they did was they had people leave Cuba as refugees and pretend to be refugees in Miami and then integrate with the anti-Cuban networks there, even though they were actually still Cuban agents, and they would report back to what was going on. It's nothing I knew about and I still don't know about, but it's kind of an interesting take on those relations during the 90s and how the Cuban government had intelligence on what was going on, and kind of a look at how these anti-Cuban organizations in Miami did attacks in Cuba to kind of dissuade and to topple the government. Since it was based on a true story, you're getting a lot of story, but there's not really any excitement in the sense that there's a big climax to the movie. It just kind of, here's what happened during those time periods, and here's how we tell the story. I did enjoy it, though. And again, it's a drama. You're not going to get a lot of that action. It's mostly subtitled, so it's, all Spanish speaking for the most part. But it does give an interesting look into kind of recent history of what's going on with Cuba and the United States during that time period. So if you're looking for something a little different from an international perspective, definitely check this one out as well.
Awesome. So my first, it's not even really a feature. It's something that's streaming on Netflix, and it's the Dave Chappelle Mark Twain Award at Kennedy Center. It's basically an award ceremony for Dave Chappelle, which was, to me, a throwaway because of Dave Chappelle's Netflix package deal. And I guess they filmed it and said, hey, we'll just throw this in there because it's Dave Chappelle and there'll be some entertainment. So that went in the allotment of his little contract. I was told that when you say little, you're diminishing the thing that you're talking about. I don't want to call his accomplishment with Netflix little. It's a big deal. But they threw that in the package deal to incorporate it into what he's doing for Netflix, which I thought was awesome. It read out like a comedy special because he had special guests to come on and honor him when they were giving him the Mark Twain Award. And pretty much everyone that came on did like a little stand-up. You had Tiffany Haddish, you had Bradley Cooper, you had John Legend, he performed. Common performed, Sarah Silverman was there. Lorne Michaels said something. Eddie Murphy even came on and said something. Chris Tucker came on. So it was pretty entertaining and it was funny, and you got a chance to get a sense of who Dave Chappelle is as a person, because all of them spoke very warmly and kindly about him as it related to his character and who he is as a person and why they revere him so much. And it was awesome to watch. And there was a couple of moments where people got choked up, like his family members were there. He spoke to his mother. It was pretty entertaining. I highly recommend it if you're a Dave Chappelle fan. If you're not a Dave Chappelle fan, you probably won't like it so much, but people that are into Dave Chappelle would enjoy it. I definitely suggest check it out. The second thing that I saw was Lena Waithe's season 3 opening to The Chi. Look, she hits the ground running. This show, it was dynamic last season. And she made it a point to let you know that she's still dynamic this season with the first episode. You laugh, you cry, you cringe, and it starts off with a cliffhanger, a major cliffhanger from the first episode. So I cannot wait to see what's going on next week. I don't want to tell you exactly what's happening, but something major to the negative ends this first episode. I also want to shout out our resident friend Miriam Hyman, aka Robin Hood, who is now a featured player in The Chi. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
She has a pretty meaty role in this season, so we're definitely going to try to get her on to talk more about it. And let's see, there's Yolanda Ross, Jacob Lattimore, Alex Hibbett, Sonia Son, Curtis Cook, and of course, Miriam Hyman. This cast, Lena Waithe, this show, it has weight to it. It's probably going to take away some awards if they continue the way that they started off. They're going to win some awards this season. So definitely check it out, The Chi. It's on Showtime.
Nice. I'm watching a bunch of so shout out to Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime. They have special sections. Some call it Black Lives Matter, some call it whatever, but and they feature a lot of content about Black history and even movies. And so I've watched a lot of those. I watched something on the Black Panthers. That was awesome. That was on Prime. I watched this movie on Hulu it was about Thurgood Marshall. It was called Marshall. That was really good. I watched what's the movie Chike with Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx?
Mercy.
Watched that. That was really good. I watched another documentary. It's called I'm Not Your Negro. And it was about pretty much literature that James Baldwin had written, and they just kind of turned into a documentary. Samuel L. Jackson, he does the narration, which you can't tell it's him because he doesn't talk like he normally does. He's I think he's trying to talk like James Baldwin because it was from a first person. I watched that. I actually watched The Bodyguard yesterday. I hadn't seen that movie in years. That came off. The Bodyguard. But I've watched a lot of things. I told you I watched Blackish. I told you on the last segment. But I do have my regular TV shows I watch. There's this one show, I cannot think of the title off the top of my head, but it's about this woman. She studied like genetics. That was a hobby of hers. And now they're using her to help solve cases, like old cases that had gone cold. It's like cases from the 80s and 90s because now they have the DNA.
It's like the genetic detective. Is that
genetic detective? Yeah, that's actually very interesting because these people think they got away with these murders 30 years ago. These detectives have been working on these cases for 30 years, and she comes in within a week and solves it because she finds she has to build based on the genetics, build the family tree, and that it can lead them to it gets the pull down to who it could be, and then somehow the police are able to either use old DNA or they get new DNA. Like there's one guy, he was in his truck and he threw a cigarette out. They got that tested and it was him. Wow. And so they're coming up and arresting these people and they're kind of like, how'd y'all find me? But yeah, that's really good too.
Steve, are you big into the detective shows or?
Not really. When I saw the trailer for it, it made me want to look at it.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, it's actually good. I was wondering, did she ever solve any black cases? She don't ever work on it. But
Season 2.
Right.
Bet.
It actually reminds me of a show that I like, Stephen. It's called Cold Case. And you have this DA, and she goes back and she goes over old cases, and she goes through all the evidence, and she has a team for every case that she gets, and the team picks apart the case to solve it.
Yeah.
Cases that have been sitting for like 10, 20 years.
Well, and the thing also for the families to get that closure after all these years, they've lost their daughter or whatever. And also, one time the person was already dead, the person that killed the whoever. Wow. And so that family doesn't really get closure, but, I don't know. But yeah, anything else, guys, for the wrap?
No, the trailer for Hamilton came out today. And again, I saw the play in real life. It's amazing. I don't like to use the word life-changing often, but it really changed my perspective on theater and plays and everything in general. Definitely check it out. Funny thing is Disney stopped giving their free 7-day trial.
I bet they do.
Because they know people are just going to do the trial to watch Hamilton. So
which reminds me, I need to cancel HBO. Insecure's over. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, that's on the radar. That's not until July 3rd. But again, I recommend anyone to even just get the $7 subscription. It's such a good experience, and highly recommend.
Most definitely.
Yeah, and anyone out there, if you know why I should get HBO Max, please let me know why. I've been seeing some things. I'm a little curious about it, but I don't really understand the difference between HBO and HBO Max. Why should I get that? Somebody please tell me.
Good
question. So you can watch your Looney Tunes cartoons.
I can watch that on Amazon Prime, actually.
Yeah, they did say the HBO Max rollout's been like one of the most confusing things that HBO has done, and there's really no excuse for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't know what you're getting. You don't know if you have HBO Now. If you get it, like I have HBO Now on my TV through the Roku app, but on my phone, my HBO Now is now HBO Max. So I have the one subscription, but I have different offerings based on.
Yes.
It's a mess.
Yes. So HBO, home box office, listen, I've been a fan of yours for quite some time. I've given you quite a bit of money. I think that I should get the Max per bono.
Oh, and shout out before we go, what's her name that plays Issa Rae's best friend on Insecure?
Yvonne Orji.
She has a special on HBO. It is hilarious. I was watching 6 o'clock in the morning the other morning, cracking up in my bed. Check that out. It's really good. Really good. Well, listen, guys, thank you as always. Let us know what to spend our time on and our money. And have a great week. We'll talk next week.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right. Right back after this.
What's the flavor? What's the flavor? What's the flavor? What's the flavor? Cup watching you a peeping time. Nosy neighbor, nosy neighbor. What's the flavor? What's the flavor? What's the flavor? What's the flavor? Cup watching you a peeping time. Nosy neighbor, nosy neighbor. Woo! They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, and then help me stir it. They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, and then help me stir it. They be all in my Kool-Aid, and then help me stir it. They be all in my Kool-Aid, yeah, they be all in my syrup. Why you always in the mix with it? And you ain't help me mix, did you? My table is full, can't eat with you fools. Now you can't even sit with us, let alone have a sit with us. Now you can't even hit this one. Simple and plain, can tell by your frame that you don't get the big picture. That boy that he a soft drink, that mean they got some with him. Listen, this a A and B conversation. See they all on my D in my conversation. Pockets on E, F that. Me against you, that's a mismatch. Any disrespect, I'm a lit match. Game easy, so I treat it like it's pit pat. They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, and then help me stir it. They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, and then help me stir it. They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, and then help me stir it. They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, yeah, they be all in my syrup. You must got me mixed up. Wait, it must be a mix up. She said I'm a stiff drink. And well, you a mix one. I'm the type to mix business with pleasure. I love getting money, we just go together. My homeboy, he got a dope wrist. Your girlfriend, we call her Blowfish. Since you all in my fridge, I ain't lost the insurance. All at your crib and I do it again. Boy, I don't play, unless I play to win. I hit your girl once and I'm gone in the wind. You thirsty, boy, pour up. Won't invite it, why you show up? Oh, you want a taste of the good life? Somebody tell that boy to grow up, grow up. They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, and then help me stir it. They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, and then help me stir it. They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, and then help me stir it. They be y'all in my Kool-Aid, yeah, they be all in my syrup.
They be all in my mix, all in my mix, all in my mix. They be all in my mix, all in my mix, all in my mix. They be all in my kitchen, I mean in my business. They say that they hungry but won't do the dishes. Don't pay them no mind, don't pay them no dishes. You couldn't pay me to pay them a business. They be all in my business, all in my Baby, y'all in my mix. Baby, y'all in my mix.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Janera, how's it going?
Good, Steven. How you doing?
I can't complain. You know, it's Monday, but we're making it. We're making it.
Yeah, barely, but we're making it.
Right, right. Well, now you got some great things for us, so go ahead and take it away.
I do. As many of you probably know, summer just started, and stores are trying to get back in the swing of things. So they're having like tons of sales, and I mean great sales. So you know, if you guys are able, and also Father's Day was yesterday, so if you didn't get that Father's Day gift, or if you're able to shop, this will be a great opportunity for you guys to save while you shop. So Express is having a style sale. That's what they're calling it, and it's really just one of their regular sales, but they're having a style sale, and if you shop now, you can get style starting at just $10. Gap and Banana Republic are having like a phenomenal sale. So you can get up to 60% off of your entire purchase. And plus you can get an extra 40% off of their clearance items with code PERK at checkout. Plus you can get an extra 10% off of everything else with Treat at checkout. So that's Gap and Banana Republic. But you also have Old Navy. Sorry guys, I'm reading, so I'm looking over to the side. Old Navy is also having a sale on all of their tees, tanks, dresses, shorts, and swimwear. So if you shop now, you can get up to 50% off of everything.
Wow.
All of those items I just named, right? New York and Company is having a really, really good sale. If you shop there now, you can get up to 80% off of your entire purchase. Plus, you can get select maxi dresses for just $20. Plus, you can get free shipping on all orders of $50 or more. I'm going to move on to Nordstrom. They're having a fabulous sale as well. Nordstrom, through the 28th of this month, you can get up to 40% off of like select designer brands. So, like Nordstrom has sales, every so often, but this is like one of their really big sales. Last Call Neiman Marcus is having a great sale as well. If you shop there now, you can get up to 50% off of sandals and jewelry, an extra 50% off of sandals and jewelry. You can get an extra 40% off of all shoes, apparel, and handbags. Plus, you can get an extra 60% off of clearance items. Plus, you can get up to 80% off of designer deals directly from Neiman Marcus. So that's Neiman Marcus Last Call. I'm sorry. BCBG Max Azria is having a sale, and if you shop there now, you can get up to an extra 50% off of everything in the store and online. The Children's Place is having a really, really good sale as well. They're having a sale, and you can get an extra 75% off of all of their clearance items. Wow. Bath and Body Works is also having a really good sale, and if you shop there now, you can get 50% off of select items. Macy's is also having a really, really good sale. You can get up to an extra 75% off of select summer accessories, swimwear, and home items. You have to use code SUMMER at checkout. And last but not least, J. Crew is having a sale, and if you shop there now, you can get an extra 60% off of summer styles, and they're also giving you an extra 60% off of their last chance. That's their like clearance final sale items. So they call this section their last sale section. So you can get an extra 60% off of that as well.
Wow, they're giving things away. They are.
I mean, all over the place. They're giving great things away. So, if you guys didn't have a chance to shop for Father's Day, if you guys are a little bit late for that, or if, you just want to, spend some money and you can do it, you have the means to do so. Yeah, you can take advantage of these sales.
And they can go to jengenuinely.com, correct?
They surely can.
Well, Jen, thank you so much for letting us know where we can spend this money if you have it.
if you have it.
Right.
Well, I think we're like in a bona fide recession right now. So
yeah.
Seriously. So if you can do, but if you can't, please save your money.
Please save your money.
Don't put your money on this frivolous stuff.
Well, thank you as always, Janera. Have a great week. We'll talk again next Monday.
All right. Thanks, Stephen.
All right. Right back after this.
Okay.
Text you late night when you laying down. Phone start ringing, you don't hear a sound. I've been working all day. I know you working all night. I hope it's not too late. Yeah, I'ma call you anyway, hoping that you still awake. Yeah, I've been thinking about you every day. Text you late night when you laying down. Phone start ringing, you don't hear the sound. I've been working all day. Know you're working all night. I hope it's not too late. Yeah, but I'ma call you anyway, hoping that you're still awake. Yeah, I've been thinking about you every day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Too late, too late. Baby, am I too late? Yeah. Baby, am I too late? Yeah, yeah. Baby, am I too late? Am I too late? To touch you on your favorite place. Baby, am I too late? Tell me. Can we pick another day? Can we pick another night? Maybe on a Tuesday. Too late. Yeah. Every part of your body is like a premonition. You give me chills and goosebumps. Your beauty a killer, I tell her to do some. Yeah. Attraction for me is beyond sex. Whole nother level for me, it's beyond next. And if I'm being honest, expression affection just feels odd. You call me pet names, the pumpkin, the cutie pie, but this hot girl summer got me more icy. I can't trust no one, it's not likely. No, it's not likely. Yeah, but I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying. Beautiful for my soul. Let's lose our minds and our clothes. It's hard to fuck with these hoes, cause no one knows what you know. Out of body experience. Love your mind and your body is serious. Can't even say I love you back, but I got your back. My heart is cracked, so hard for me to act on it. I gave this bitch my heart before she turn her back on it. XX heart eater, she gonna snack on it. Girl turn around and let a nigga smack on it. Girl say you ain't here to pass, they smoking that crack. Cause my shorty get passenger and she gon' ride like a drive-by, no mask in her. I'm tryna fuck till you cry up your mascara. I want your beauty and your beast, I want the whole thing, every single last piece. I don't wanna keep you home, but I don't want you sleep alone. I don't wanna eat alone when I bring a friend along. Text you late night when you laying down. Phone start ringing, you don't hear a sound. I've been working all day. I know you're working all night. I hope it's not too late. Yeah, I'ma call you anyway, hoping that you're still awake. Yeah, I've been thinking about you every day. Text you late night when you laying down. Phone start ringing, you don't hear a sound. I've been working all day. I know you're working all night. I hope it's not too late. Yeah, but I'ma call you anyway, hoping that you're still awake. Yeah, I've been thinking about you every day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Too late. Too late. Baby, am I too late? Yeah. Baby, am I too late? Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Aaron Cosby, how's it going?
Stephen Knight, happy Monday, man.
Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday. How was your weekend?
Good. It's good. Father's Day.
Yeah.
I'm not daddy, but I have a dad, and I wished him a happy Father's Day. And I have a second father who's my cousin, but he's like my dad, and I wished him also a happy Father's Day. And yeah.
Well, that's good. Well, shout out to all the fathers out there and father figures. I know there's a lot going on in sports, so you want to go ahead and take it away?
Yeah, so NASCAR.
NASCAR.
Bubba Wallace, have you heard of him? You know Bubba?
Yes.
Bubba?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
He's
yeah,
the only full-time black driver.
Yeah,
a racer.
Yeah, right, yeah. So you heard about the news situation?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's pretty crazy. I think it's backlash for him persuading NASCAR to get rid of the Confederate flag.
Yeah.
But they said although NASCAR did ban them, they were still outside the arena where they raced. Like there were a lot of people in protest
outside the track,
the track, and they were protesting. Someone said they go to a lot of the NASCAR events, and they have never seen that many Confederate flags at one race. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's probably folks there who probably really don't go to NASCAR, but they gotta, we gotta prove, we gotta show them. So
I saw one lady, they interviewed her, and she said that she didn't really have a problem with the Confederate flag, but it was more so they were taking away people's rights.
Hold on. It's not taking away anybody's right. First and foremost, NASCAR is a private entity.
Right.
It's not a public entity, so they can have policies how they see fit. It's not taking away your freedom. Taking away your freedom would be something that if the government did something.
Right. Yeah.
Government did that. Yeah. So that's.
But I did love how all the racers, they stood with him today. A lot of his teammates and whatnot, they stood with him. They walked with him down the track. And so they showed support. He was very moved by that too. He was very moved.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw that. This Confederate flag situation, it's that's just a symbol. I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. Hate. Yeah, it's like, come on, y'all. Like, just let's move forward, man. With just
exactly.
It's like people are still stuck in the past. Like, that is so old. It's like, dude, let it go.
Right.
Let it go.
All right. Definitely.
Yeah. Let's see what else is going on. Well, we got basketball.
Well, they're saying that a lot of the
NBA
sports,
players. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about real quick before I want to hear your take on the NBA. Some of the players wanted to wait. But the Major League Baseball, they stopped their training camps because players kept testing positive for COVID-19, and so they're saying they may have to delay the when they start back.
Yeah, that's happening. Then on top of that, with the NFL, there's been players who have tested positive for COVID with that. So they're going to test positive. Like there are going to be players that are going to test positive. Like we've already seen.
And they're testing more people too. So
So as you test more, you're going to find more cases. So I don't know, man. I'm like, and that's just at the pro level. So just imagine at the college level.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you do? Yeah, and then it's like, okay, they want to bring back fans eventually, but do you wait? Like, I'm torn, man. Like, okay, in the NFL, they're going to have a season. They're going to some kind of way.
They'll figure it out.
They are going to figure it out.
They're not doing all this apologizing for nothing.
Okay. They're like, no, we are going to have a season.
Yeah.
We have a lot of money on the line. We're going to have a Super Bowl like that, Yeah. Baseball, how would you feel if like they just kind of took the year off and let's just kind of let this kind of air out. Let's just kind of chill.
I mean, they have to do something because if people keep testing positive, you definitely can't run the risk of fans coming to the games.
Right. Or would you have them sign a waiver?
That's what Trump did at his rally.
I see that happening. I kind of see that happening. Like I see eventually they'll have, okay, if you purchase this ticket, you are purchasing it accepting that we are not liable if you get COVID-19. Yeah. So,
well, briefly, let's talk about the divide in the NBA. There's some players that are saying we need to get back, we can play, and some saying no, we don't want to play because we want to focus on Black Lives Matter, and entertainment of any type will just be a distraction. What are your thoughts?
I see both sides, like seriously, and I'm not just saying that. No, I seriously see both sides, because sports is great, but it can also be a distractor. Like it can people will kind of maybe try to kind of lull back into the norm, so to speak. So yeah, but then at the same time, you can use that as a platform. You can
So I'm kind of like this with it, because you can use it as a platform. You know?
So I'm torn. I'm seriously torn. But both sides, I mean, they're very valid points.
Yeah,
both
most
sides,
definitely.
very, very valid.
Most definitely.
We'll see. I'm glad that I'm not the NBA commissioner.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Because I think you'll be damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Right.
Like either way it goes, you're going to get it. So you're going to get the pushback.
Backlash, All right, everyone. Well, as always, thank you for giving us your perspective. Have a great week, and we'll talk again next Monday.
You got it, dude.
All right. Right back after this.
Baby, if you only knew things that I wanted to do to you when we first met, thinking like the boys do, then you got me with my nose wide open, tables turned, now I'm the one who's overprotected. I see them looking when they pass, what I'm gonna do with all that ass? Your beauty is unmatched, I can't help it, I got it bad. I am just human, and I'm possessive, a bit jealous. So you better tell them that you are taken. There is no mistaking. Don't you know that you're mine? Let them know that you're mine. And I know that these dudes gon' try and holler, but you're so damn fine. But you're mine, but you're mine, but you're mine, but you're mine. Don't you know that you're mine? Let them know that you're mine. And I know that these dudes gon' try and holler, 'cause you're so damn fine. But you're mine, but you're mine, but you're mine, but you're mine. We be dancing in the club, sipping on that Martell. Think this couple wanna go, take this to the hotel and finish. Feeling on your body, grinding on me slowly. But if we take it there, just know you're mine. And I belong to you, no matter what we do. Don't ever get confused. Whoa, I'll lose my mind if we take it too far. And I know you're just a flirt, I don't wanna make things too high. Don't you know that you're mine? Let them know that you're mine. And I know that these dudes gon' try and holler, 'cause you're so damn fine. But you're mine, but you're mine, but you're mine, but you're mine. Don't you know?
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Well, now it's time to highlight our Black businesses for the week. First, we have the Red Bay Coffee. It's a coffee shop, been around for 6 years. Big things, check them out. Then we have Mayrin. This is for the ladies. Digital salon. It's a digital salon where they sell human hair extensions and wigs. And you can order them online and then book an appointment and then come and they'll style it for you however you like it. The last one is Black Girl Sunscreen. It's all natural products for women of color. And men can actually use a lot of the products as well. So we definitely want to support your Black businesses. If you have a business you want us to highlight, please let us know. Email us at submissions@thestephennightshow.com. I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. Special shout out to Tay the God and also Brian Z. Schilling for joining us tonight. Have a great week, and we'll talk again next Monday. Good night.
Tonight, as long as on me, everything's gonna be alright.